to part 4 of the guide to St Bart's organ in Wilmslow. Today I'm going to show you for this session the Swell department over here, which is the top manual. The Swell, as I said before, is right at the back, slightly raised so it speaks through the gap of all the other pipes. The only problem is that the back of it faces the outer wall and there's a window there as well, so it does get quite cold. So you'll see some of the tuning today is a little suspect because it was tuned for a heated church, and the church heating isn't on at the moment because we're in lockdown number 3. So the Swell, it's obviously controlled by an expression pedal here, which has electric action going to it with some motors on the louvre doors that open and shut. So to begin with, you've got a fine set of strings. Quite slow beating, they're rather lovely. And you get a lovely effect with the box shut if you put the octave on them. So those are the strings. You've got a nice stop open diapason. Then you've got an original violin diapason, which is a lovely full sound, different to the violoncello, which is more of a solo stop. The actual shutters are very effective on this because even with the full Swell, with the box shut, you get this most wonderful English swell. So if you listen to it, you open. And it actually does what it says on the tin there. So we've done the violin diapason, there's a Gems horn, which gives it that just the 4-foot feel. And then you've got the 15th, which is quite a nice bright sound if you're coupling through from the grate. So you get pretty good for anthems because you've got the brightness but yet it's quite distant and you can swell. That there's a mixture as well. It's not my favourite, the mixture, but without it, it's like that. Sometimes I use the octave on it instead of the mixture because I sometimes prefer that brightness. With the mixture it'd be this. Now what makes it really useful is it's actually got 2 different sets of reeds on here. So you've got the fagotto and the contrafagotto. So that's the fagotto. And then you've got the cornopian, which is a bigger, fatter and more out of tune stop. So the chorus of the 8-foot fagotto and the contrafagotto makes this sound. That's the only 16-foot we actually have on the actual Swell. There isn't actually a 16-foot board or anything like that. So that is the smaller reeds, 8 and 16, and then you've got the 8 and 4-foot other reeds, so the bigger ones, the clarion and the cornopian. And of course, those fagotto and the contrafagotto and the clarion and cornopian all actually put on the pedal as well. So 16-foot fagotto, which is very good for bark if you want to define the pedal note. And the other good thing is it's actually in the Swell box, so you can shut it down if you don't want so much. So, there's a tremulant on there. So strings and tremulant sound like this. You can hear it's actually faster beating than the choir one was. I have never tried the tremulant with a 8-foot reed. Let's see what happens. It's not bad. Don't know why I'm doing Elvis Presley, but there you go. Let's try that with a cornucopia. I've never tried it. That's not bad actually. So that's the this is my settings for the swell as they build. So I have the strings on my piston one, celeste and solutional. Then I put the stopped diapason. Stop diapason under it to give it a little bit of beefiness. Then my third piston adds the violin diapason and the game song. And the 15th on the 4th piston, and then the smaller reeds on the 5th piston. And then on the 6th piston, that's everything with the 16th foot. They have it, the swell department. So there's just one more section to come. I know you can hardly contain yourself. And that's going to be the pedals, which I'll do in a short while. Thank you for listening.